How y'all doing, folks? Boy, I tell you what, this is south of the Mason, Dixon. I know a lot of y'all are going to probably see this video and you're going to think, good Lord, that boy right there, he's from the south. He probably got an IQ of 2. I'm going to tell you something about now. I finished college. I graduated from high school. But I've always wanted to do a YouTube video. I tell you, my kid said, don't do it, Daddy. You know what? I'm going to. I've been quiet enough. You know, a lot of people tell me that doggone, a lot of things going on in this country just burns man up. Well, you know what? I guess I got to speak my mind too. I ain't never been much of a politician. I ain't never been much of anything like that. You know, some of the worldly stuff that's going on around us, I guarantee you, I said, my gosh, what's going on? Think about these congressmen been up there for so many years and talking all this junk every time the election comes up, saying, oh, I promise you this, promise you that, promise you this. My God, what you doing up there? All these promises and ain't nothing that you doing. What are we paying you for? Well, I ain't here to talk about all that stuff. I tell you something I am talking about is gun control. You know, I hear that every day on the news, gun control, gun control. Oh, God, somebody's been shot, gun control. Oh, God, somebody just shot up a school. Oh, God, we need gun control. Let me ask you this. Has it ever made you wonder, we got all these gun laws in every state. We got gun laws up north that are just some of the most toughest around. And they stop people from shooting each other. You know, I got a gun. I got an AR-15. I got all kinds of different guns. Never once has one of my guns ever went anywhere and shot anybody. You know why? Because I don't do that. The only time that I would shoot somebody is if they came in my house and tried to hurt me, my family, or my property. Then we're going to go a little bit, it's not going to go well for whoever comes in the house. You know, we in this world, we think that, you know, okay, cigarettes are bad for you, so let's take him away. But y'all ain't done that. You know why? Because everybody makes so much money off them cigarettes on taxes. Alcohol, it kills people by people drinking and driving. How many times have you heard anybody say, let's stop alcohol sales? None. Not near one of them. But the first time somebody gets shot and killed, you want to take somebody's guns away from them. Well, let me tell you something. I am a law-abiding American. I don't shoot up schools. I don't kill people. Unless you come to my house and try to do something to me and my family or my property. Then that I'd probably do. I promise you I would. So don't do that. You know, I've never had a home invasion at my house. I ain't had nobody steal another thing from me. Because people in the South believe in guns. I heard this old Rourke feller, I guess that's his name, somebody from down there in Texas. I'm surprised somebody in Texas is even screaming and hollering, I'm going to take your guns. What's wrong with you, boy? You're from Texas. You're like you part of the South or something, you know? You ain't got to go hollering saying you're going to go after somebody's gun. Let me ask you something. You from Texas, I guess. I guess you are, because you don't sound like a Texan. You said you're going to go after our gun. Do you really think there's enough law enforcement to go to everybody's house that's got an AR-15, a rifle, a gun of any kind, and go take it from somebody? Are you a lunatic or something? You would not get that even close to being done. What are you going to do? Threaten them, tell them they ain't going to get a paycheck anymore? They're going to tax you? Well, we're taxed to death. Everybody's tired of it. When I heard that, I said, you really do think you're going to become president of these United States? You have got to be kidding. I'm surprised all them Texans ain't run you out of there yet. You ain't gonna have enough folks to do that, son. I've been around knowing that better than that. Man, you been in that legislature too long, your brain done got warped or something. If you think people in the South are gonna let somebody come in their house and take their guns from them, Lord have mercy, son. What has happened to this country? These congressmen. It ain't gonna happen. Law-abiding citizens ain't gonna let you come in their house and take their gun. Ain't gonna happen. I mean, you know, we got wars and stuff going on. You got bad things going on overseas. You got kids that are starving in this country. You got people that are starving. And you're wanting to take somebody's gun. You need to worry about something else besides that. There are people out here that are breaking laws. People that don't supposed to have guns. Bad guys. Felons. Why don't you go after their guns? Sure, you are. Law enforcement is. I believe I'll back every law enforcement out here. But you haven't even been able to do that yet. How are you going to go take law-abiding citizens' guns away from them? South of the Mason-Dixon. It ain't going to be that easy, Scooter. I'm telling you right now, Scooter, you ain't going to do it. You know the federal government can just push so far. What are you going to do, make this a communist country, telling people what they can and what they can't do? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what y'all are trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to be. I know you're trying to get votes and you think that's going to be the way to do it. I ain't going to do it, Scooter. You ain't going to get the South. I tell you, it just boils my blood to hear somebody saying they're going to go after the law-abiding citizens' guns. Well, we ain't going to be law-abiding then, I guess. I guess you're going to say we're criminals too, right? We don't want you to take our guns. I don't want you to take mine. You ain't going to. Now, let me tell you something. Them guns in my house are for protection. Them guns in my house are under the Second Amendment where I have the right to bear arms. The right to bear arms. That is for my protection, to hunt, to do whatever I need to do to protect my family and my house and my property. Now, when you're telling these Southerners that you're going to come to their house and you're going to come in there and take something from them, that's hostile. But I don't think you're ever going to do that, though. I'm going to tell you something. I've been watching this old Donald Trump. I don't know him very good. I don't know none of them congressmen up there. I know one thing. If it's up to me, y'all either do your job or get out of there. Just like out here in the real world. You start a job, if you've been there for so long and you ain't been doing what you're supposed to do, get rid of them. They'll fire you. I think the United States people should be able to fire congressmen if they ain't doing what they supposed to do. Sitting up there getting a paycheck doing what the public says not to do. I'm going to tell you something right now. I feel sorry for all them kids that got shot up there in Sandy Hook, whatever it's called. I feel bad for them folks up there at that synagogue over in California. But I'm going to tell you something. That does not give you the right to come after law-abiding citizens' guns. Go after the bad guys, the mental folks that's got them. Take them first, and then if you think you just got to come get the law-abiding citizen gun, well, I don't think you ever will, because law-abiding citizens ain't going to do that kind of stuff. Now, do I think everybody in the school is supposed to have a gun, teachers and stuff? Well, that's what it takes to stop this stuff. Do it. Now, I'm going to talk to you about Donald Trump. I was about to say something. I got kind of swift off the underside. I tell you, a lot of people, y'all ain't never heard me online. I tell you what you can call me. You can call me the country boy from the Mason-Dixon, south of the Mason-Dixon line. But I'm going to tell you something right now about Donald Trump. I've been watching this stuff. I've been around. I've seen a few presidents here and there. I ain't never seen a president that has been just messed around with as much as this man has been. Doggone it, leave him alone and let him do his job. You know, if I was doing my job and every time I turned around I had a man over my back, you did this, you did that, by God, it would be hard for me to do my job. The man's got to worry about countries over there that we at war with, trying to figure out what we're going to do on that stuff, keep our country safe. And you're over there all the time. I'm going to impeach. I'm going to do this. Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump did that. Leave the man alone. Let him do his job. If y'all can't do that, y'all need to just, I don't know. If you don't like this country, leave. I'll be honest with you, that's where I feel as a Southern man. If you don't like the United States of America, ain't nobody keeping you here. Hey, there's planes that go over to other countries all the time. Go. Go to Canada or Mexico. Hey, all the Mexicans try to get up here. It must be pretty good. Won't you go down there and take their place? Doggone. I'm just tired of people fussing about Donald Trump, Republicans and Democrats. I'm going to tell you something right now. Leave the man alone. Let him do his job. That's what we elected him for, to do a job. And he's doing it. If you'd leave him a doggone long, heck, he can't even get on the phone with somebody with y'all. Leave the man alone. When Obama was president, you know, I might like some things he did, but he was commander-in-chief. You didn't hear everybody going after him going blah, 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 blah every day. When George Bush was up there, you didn't hear a bunch of people up there, blah, 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 blah. Jimmy Carter was up there. You didn't hear people going blah, 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 every day. When Ronald Reagan was up there, I didn't hear people all that doing that junk either. But since Donald Trump been president, all y'all doing is after him every doggone day. Leave the man alone. How would you like to be having a job where somebody puts you in a job and every single day y'all are nagging that man? You think he's going to stay there? Do you think that he's going to do a good job for you? You keep nagging. I'm going to tell you something. I'll say this. Donald Trump, he might be tweeting, he might be twittering, he might be doing whatever. But the man has a right to speak. He has a right to talk his mind. If I was being picked on like that man was being done, I'd speak too. And you talking about, you talking about all this stuff going on and everything like it, shooting up and everything. Let me tell you what I think we ought to do. Some of y'all going to say, oh, no, we can't do that. That's bad stuff. Let me tell you something. Back in the 1800s, when they found a man stole a horse, you know what they did to him? They hung him. They hung him out in the public. Hang till dead. Sometimes they hung him up all day long till night time, and then they took him down. I guarantee you, if some of these prisoners that you got sitting up there in these prisons, just sitting on their butt doing nothing, that are on death row, if you'll take them out here in the public viewing and hang them, if they doing out here killing folks or raping kids or doing anything like that, if you'd hang them in public viewing and let people see what's going to happen, if you were to do these things, well, they might think twice before they do it. Oh, I'm probably going to be, boy, I tell you, y'all probably going to get all over me about that. Oh, these bleeding liberals and stuff. Let me tell you something about these bleeding liberals. You need to get your act together and quit all that boo-hooing. You need to take care of business in this country. You know, back then when you had people robbing and all that stuff, they put them on the gallows and you hung them. Public viewing in the public town square. But these folks and these youngins, when they seen that stuff, I guarantee you they thought twice before they did what they did. Nowadays, these prisoners ain't scared of nothing. That's why people would rather kill you and shoot you today than talk to you. Because they ain't scared. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe in everybody having a lawyer. Don't get me wrong. But if he is found guilty by the peers, his jury, 12 people, I'm going to tell you something. If he has killed somebody, hurt a kid in some way, went up and shot up a school, he should not be sitting in prison. And if he's that crazy enough where he'll go out here and hurt a bunch of kids, he'd hang him. Yes, I'm a Christian. I believe the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He was crucified and did nothing. Hung between thieves on a cross. And he did nothing. He didn't have a lawyer. He didn't have a little video trial. But he knew he was going to be hung anyway on a cross. I believe people should have a lawyer. They should have a trial. But if he is found guilty with if he's got witnesses sitting there shooting up a school and people can point him out and say, he is the one that did it, why are we sitting there having a trial? Why ain't we dragging him out to the oh, well, that's fine. Have a trial. One time. Have all these people sit up there and say he did it because I saw him do it. It was on video. He saw him do it. Then take him out, put him on a gallows right in the middle of the doggone city he did it in, and hang him. Oh, you think that's bad for the kids? It'll be just so traumatic. Well, I guarantee you, the reason why I didn't do some of the things that some of these people have done, because I got my butt whooped pretty doggone good, and I remembered that when these people look up there and see them gallows, them people hanging, I guarantee you, they'll think twice about what they do. But you know what? You can sit there and do all you want. You can get mad at me. You can say I'm crazy. I'm just an old redneck. But you know what? That's fine. But you know what? As much as you want to fuss at me and say that's wrong, you know it's right. They did it back in 1800. Wyatt Earp didn't have a problem with it. Jesse James knew he was going to die. He got shot in the head. There's some of these bad folks out there that was hung. And I guarantee you the laws back then, the crime back then wasn't as bad as it was now. I tell you what, I ain't never heard of such in my life going on in this country. I tell you, y'all got to do something. You got to change your ways. You got to quit going by the laws of a jungle. You need to go by the laws of this land. This is just getting terrible out here. Kids are being mistreated. God, there's so many kids that are missing right now. People missing, can't find them. Because these prisoners, these doggone criminals, you're giving them trials, letting them go, you're beating them on, just slapping them on the hand. You have got to meet this violence with harsh punishment. Hanging. Putting them in prison for life. Not letting them go, no parole. When you say life, that means they'll be in there until they die. Not life until a few years and they get their little self together. Oh. Well, you know what? You shouldn't have done it to begin with. Like I said, I know a lot of people's going to look at this and say, oh, that's an old redneck. He just doggone. You know what? You can call me what you want. I live south of the Mason Dixon. And I believe in our country. I believe in this president that's up there. You know what? I'd love to meet him. I probably never will, but I'd like to meet the president. Even if it was Obama. Just to sit down and talk with him and say, look, enough's enough. People are not going to stop what they're doing until you deal with them harshly. Yeah, boy that blew up that place in Oklahoma that time, I can't remember what his name was, but he blew up his big federal building. You know, he got put quickly to death. He did it. He knew he did it. So does everybody else. If they doing something wrong to the point where it's going to hurt, kill somebody, get rid of them. This country does not need them. The Lord has a good place down there in hell for them. That's what I think. These folks that are shooting up these schools and they think they're getting away with it in this lifetime, buddy, they got something coming when they leave it. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I am the redneck from the south of the Mason Dixon. You ever want to call me, you want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to, buddy. But I hope y'all listen to this video, because there's a lot of people like me that think the same exact way. Come after my guns. It ain't going to be good. You take care of the criminals first, and then you can think about coming after my guns. If you think my gun is doing any harm in a gun rack, or maybe out me practicing how to shoot, or maybe even hunting, if I want to do that, I can. That's what they call this, a free country. Now, my guns ain't never come out of the gun rack and shoot nobody, never have. But you try to come in my house, you try to steal from me, you try to do some kind of harm to me or my family, they'll come out. And they ain't gonna be fun. I can shoot pretty good, and I shoot straight. I'm shooting straight with you now. Don't come to my house and do it. Don't come to my neighbors. Don't come to my folks that live around me, because they're the same exact way and feel the same way with me. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I'm going to try to do a little bit more videos, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm a pretty good guy. I can cut up with anybody. I think doggone it's the best thing to do, talk folks. But this is a serious video. And I want y'all to know, y'all need to pray for your doggone president. Pray for everybody. I believe in prayer. I know there's probably these people called, I don't know, they don't believe in the Lord or anything. You know what? That's fine. That's fine, but I'm going to let you know where I stand. So let me tell you something. I stand this way. I'm a United States citizen. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud of my country. I don't like what it looks like today. I don't like what our people are doing, our lawmakers are doing. I don't like y'all sitting up there hollering saying you're going to take people's guns that are law-abiding. I don't like it. You think you're going to be voted in, you got a sad mistake coming, brother. You better get yourself right up there and do the right thing. If you don't, we're going to get you out of there. Leave Donald Trump alone. Let him do his 4 years as president. You know what? I believe this country owes him another 4 years the way y'all been treating that poor man. You know, Obama had 8 years and he didn't get treated like this. George Bush didn't either. Leave the man alone. Y'all have a good day. Y'all want to put something down in my comments, you go ahead. Talk to me. But you know what? You ain't going to change this country, boy of mine. I do believe in this country. I do believe in my rights. And I'm going to make sure my rights are not going to be trampled on. I'm going to make sure my rights are going to be there for me. You're not going to take my rights and let the other person do whatever he wants to do and break laws. You deal with them first, and then talk to me about taking my rights away. But my rights are my rights. I have a right as an American citizen. You need to abide by my rights. Because when my rights are violated, it gets serious. Don't violate my civil rights, just like you wouldn't do other ones. Well, y'all have a good one. I hope you enjoy this video. Please comment below. I'm what they call the redneck below the Mason-Dixon line. Yes, sir, I am a true Southerner. But there's a lot more like me. Whole lot more like me. More than what you think. And boy, you from Texas, I know there's some Texans over there that's good folks. And they'll talk to you just like me. Get right, brother, because if you don't, you ain't going to be president. Not of these United States of America. All you going to be is somebody sitting at home wishing you was. Well, y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later.